Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 GMO run, where I'm taking two characters, combining them using the Genetically Modified Overkill mod, and seeing if we can beat Danger 5 with them. This is not a suggested combination, although I am taking suggestions, so if you have ideas for ridiculous suggestions or combos, give me your best and worst in the comments below, and I will see if I can win with them. For this one, we're going to be burning down the whole forest by playing the Mage, who gets elemental damage, snake, and scared sausage, so lights the whole world on fire, combined with the Explorer, who starts with a lumberjack shirt and has tons of trees, but also gets fewer materials and less damage overall. So we're going to have to build into a ton of fire in order to spread that across the map. The real hope here is that we are able to find... I'm going to start with Taser, as is usual for the Mage. The real hope here is that we are able to find Pocket Factory, so that we can turn all these trees into fire-spewing turrets, which would be the ideal. But for now, we're just going to break all of the trees that we see, and hope to find boxes out of them. This is going to be an interesting character, I think, because it's going to require a lot of different stats, which often don't play super well together. We're going to need tons of luck in order to make our trees be as good as possible. We're going to need a ton of elemental damage, and we're going to need defenses to survive while also repairing our percentage damage for our elemental damage to take effect. I would prefer to buy luck early on this character, but I don't think, given that we found a fertilizer in a box on the first wave, which is awesome, obviously, I don't think we can afford to turn down harvesting, because that's going to let us get our harvesting up to 20 very, very quickly, especially because we're now buying support weapons, so we can buy another Taser, get up to 18 harvesting. This is an interesting question, so I could buy a pruner, or I could roll for more Tasers. If I buy Pruner, then our support weapon tag takes us up 5 more harvesting. So that would give me over 20, so it would start growing by 2 per wave. Or I could roll and hope to get lucky and roll into a Taser. Given the options, I'm just going to buy the Pruner, make sure that my harvesting is growing effectively. When you're buying support weapons, you often just want to buy all of the support weapons that you see to maximize your harvesting as quickly as possible. Here I'm going to roll, and we're going to pass on this Pruner, or not lock it, at least. I want to lock Tasers. And so as it happened, we would have probably rolled into another Taser if I'd rolled aggressively for it, but this just guarantees that I got my harvesting growing faster, which is the goal here. It also is early enough that even though we're the Mage and can't gain melee damage, the Pruner is still doing enough damage to kill enemies, which means that we're making some money off of it, manually targeting there to try to kill those trees. Definitely going to take the Cute Monkey. We can't gain ranged damage at all, so Cute Monkey's going to be pretty good here. I could take 6 max HP, but on the Explorer, you really should roll for luck, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll one more time to see if we can find some. Unfortunately missed a bunch of times, but I'll take 5 harvesting, that's fine. Gonna buy another Taser, and then roll again, roll again. I could also sell the Pruner to try to lock more Tasers, but I think just keeping it for the support tag is better. Luck is critically important because trees normally have a 20% chance of dropping a box, and we get minus 50% material drops from enemies. So we need to make up that difference by killing trees and getting crates out of them in order to actually have an economy on the Explorer. So that means we need our luck to be high enough that that 20% chance becomes more reliable and we can get multiple boxes per wave. As you can see here, we've only gotten 1. We definitely want more than that. I'm going to recycle the scope. We don't really care that much about range. Range isn't terrible for a Taser build, but we would definitely prefer other stats, and 20 materials is just too good to pass up. I'm going to roll aggressively to try to boost my luck, and we were able to, and then I'm going to do that again. Roll one more time here. Missed a couple times, so I'll just take 2 armor. Now, going to buy the Taser. Sharp Bullet is an amazing find. I didn't mention this when I locked it, but this is perfect for the Mage, because you can set multiple things on fire. And then let's roll here. We'll take another Taser. Butterfly costs me elemental damage, unfortunately, which I cannot afford, although we will want lifesteal. But now I'm going to roll again, and Boiling Water, Bag, and Cake are all excellent items for us. The Pruner we're not going to take. We want to roll into Tasers, or we also wouldn't mind if our 5th item was a Wand, or ideally a Flamethrower, so that we can set more fires at longer range. Because the Scared Sausage is fine for setting Mage Fire, like for starting these fires, but by far the better option is if we have a weapon that does it 100% of the time instead of only 25% of the time, and has more damaging fire that ticks for longer. So we're looking for one of those. Run over here. I should have gone to this side of the arena sooner. I gave up on killing a few trees. Baby Elephant, even though I'm building luck, I don't think is ever going to be super useful, but maybe it will. So I'm going to pick it up. I'm not that worried about my percentage damage still. I just want to get my economy online, so we'll buy that. Here I'm going to sell out of the Pruner just to get it out of our weapon pool and pick up a Taser. Bag is the perfect item for Explorer, since we're going to be finding, hopefully, a ton of crates. So Bag is going to be worth thousands of materials, potentially, by the end of the game. And then we're going to take Taser and Snake so that we can level our weapons and spread fire even more. Leveling the tasers isn't that important, but the multiple projectiles does make it easier to spread fires and slow more enemies and so on. I would prefer more Scared Sausages to more Snakes, but of course we will take both of them, because that just helps us set whole pods of enemies aflame. And then we also wouldn't mind other ways to set fires across the map from us. Things like landmines, turrets, obviously Pocket Factory for this combination is the dream. But those things are what we're looking for. And here we go, we got the Pocket Factory. Well, I wasn't expecting to get it this early, and I'm really excited to find that. To be honest, I was resigning myself to getting to the end of the game and being like, well, we were hoping for Pocket Factory, but we found it, so that's awesome. I'm going to take some lifesteal just to stay alive, because I currently have no healing at all, other than consumable healing, which is, of course, very relevant for the Explorer. And then, even though attack speed is very good, I will take more luck, because more luck is just really powerful for us. We're going to upgrade our Taser, buy the Snake. Do I want the helmet here? We already have 2 armor. I think I'm going to try to roll for more important items at this point. We will take the Bean Teacher. It does cost me the 2 lifesteal I just bought, but 40% XP gain on wave 6 is awesome. And I'm going to roll past the piggy bank, try to find items that I care about a little bit more. I could buy Blindfold just for the dodge, and I think I will. We will eventually want to build dodge, so while the crit chance is basically useless for this character, we're going to take the dodge. So now that turret and all of these turrets that we set up can spread Scared Sausage fire for us, also break trees for us if they happen to spawn near the turrets. We already have a Sharp Bullet as well, and a bag, so other than our relatively low luck for the Explorer at this point, this run is going perfectly. Gonna break that and heal back up. Go. Oh, no, that tree died already, so that's awesome. It's really great with the Pocket Factory how quickly the turrets start spreading themselves across the map. It's like a fungal infection. Magic Barrier, even though we have lost, we are trying to build dodge, and losing attack speed and move speed is very bad. Obviously, Magic Barrier for the Mage is incredible, so we're going to pick it up. We're going to recycle the Hedgehog here, take 10 luck. We should just build luck whenever we see it. Very, very happy to buy the Crown. Do I buy Crown first or Bean Teacher first? This is an interesting question. I can't afford both of them. I think the Crown is going to be better because that will snowball itself. But honestly, I would have to do the math on that to really know for sure. I will do one reroll here. Unfortunately, we cannot gain engineering because we're the Mage. Otherwise, the Strange Book would be awesome, but as is, it doesn't do anything for us. And Duct Tape, minus 2 HP for 1 armor, I think we're going to pass on as well. I really need max HP, which is part of why I'm passing there. We only have 18 and very little healing. Other than, of course, we get tons of healing just from having all these trees on the map. But we are definitely going to need that. We're going to need percentage damage, which I've just decreased. I need to repair my move speed. So there's still a lot of stuff that we're missing, but you can see that the build is starting to at least look like it's going to come together. I think this is a relatively difficult combination because there are so many stats that you need in order to be effective. But we've gotten a lot of them already, and hopefully more of them will show up soon. $260 with 51 on the ground. Not great, but not terrible. We're going to recycle here. Definitely taking the cute monkey. I would love to pick up baby geckos at this point. Let's take armor, and I will buy the bean teacher and the weird food, and then roll. Still looking also for another way to build, for another way to build more fire. Just a flamethrower or something like that would be huge for this build. I'm going to combine and buy the taser here. Gentle alien. We do need to repair our percentage damage, and also the plus enemies is less good for this character because we have 50% fewer material drops from enemies, but still good. And yeah, I'll take another magic barrier. Why not? Looks like we may have trouble with dodge because I'm buying multiple magic barriers, but hopefully the amount of armor and elemental damage we get from them makes up for our dodge and move speed losses. Whoops. Walked right into that attack, but luckily we do have consumables to heal back up. Have to find some max HP soon as well. The bean teacher should help with that just by giving us a few more levels, which will both make me able to roll into more maximum HP, but also just give us the 1 max HP from leveling up. I should have manually targeted that tree. I sort of missed killing it because I didn't do that. Have to dodge all of these chargers as well. There's a loot alien there, but as this kind of combo of engineering and elemental damage, we're going to struggle very hard to kill loot aliens, unfortunately. Losing even more speed, but the campfire is still very good. Our elemental damage increases are great, and I will definitely take the ritual that can help offset our percentage damage loss. And while I would love to roll for luck, we have to take max HP here. Here, lifesteal would be nice as well, but I'm just going to take move speed. Going to buy the magic barrier, the gentle alien, and the whetstone, and then roll. And another magic barrier, awesome. We're going to buy a propeller hat as well. Still passing on piggy bank and going to wave 9. It's possible I rolled past a scared sausage or a wand or something like that. Obviously, like any right-minded person, I'm so used to ignoring wand that sometimes I just miss it. But I think we haven't seen one yet, which is a little bit holding us back. We definitely would like some of those items to allow our wave clear to be a little bit better than it currently is. Having trouble getting to those central turrets in order to break them. There we go. Or trees, rather. Trees which can then become turrets. Because, of course, the better coverage we have across the map, the more fire we're going to create, the more damage we're going to do, and so on. So it's really important to break the ones in the center. More trees are likely to spawn there, and so then we get even more stuff. For the peacock, I think we are 2 at risk if I take this, so I'm actually going to recycle it, and we're past wave 9 already. Alright, when we find it in a box, I'll take the piggy bank. The strange book, I'm going to recycle. Cute monkey can continue to heal us, and dynamite we will recycle. Dodge is at minus 17 and getting worse and worse all the time, so we're not going to take that, but I will roll. 15 luck would be awesome. 15 attack speed to offset my huge attack speed penalty would be great, as would 9 HP. I think we can get away with the luck here. And then I don't need to actually buy armor. We're going to get tons just from building elemental damage, so let's roll. And I'll take move speed here. Going to continue to decrease my attack speed, dodge, and move speed by taking the magic barrier. And then let's pick up a charcoal for more elemental damage, which also gives us more armor, or will once we have hit the threshold. Boosts our luck. Cyberball only does 10 damage, but I do intend to increase both my luck and my percentage damage, so given that it's a free reroll, I'm going to pick it up. Sad Tomato will cost me a lot of starting HP, but that's not something I'm super worried about, so I will take that. I'm going to roll past the blindfold here, roll past the tentacle. Garden is a decent way to heal, but I don't think we need that. We should have plenty of consumables on the ground, so let's roll again, and I will definitely take another Scared Sausage. As you can see, we immediately heal up to full off of the start of these waves, so the Sad Tomato just gives me a decent amount of additional healing, basically for free. Definitely will need to increase my max HP before we fight an elite. As well as my move speed, probably. We're not going to be able to kill an elite, so we just have to have the defensive stats to tank through it. So we're looking for healing, we're looking for max HP, we're looking for move speed. And we're looking for elemental damage, which can then become armor thanks to our triple magic barrier. Still not making amazing income, but it's going fine. We'll take the weird food. Again, when it shows up in a box, I'll take the garden. I'm definitely happy to pick up Broken Mouth. Clover, amazing find. Even though we do want lifesteal and we don't care about dodge because we've reduced it so heavily. 20 luck is just so good for this character. Here I will take 6 HP, and then I need movement speed more than any of these other stats, so we'll pick that up as well. Triangle of Power, I don't think we can afford. We are tanking a lot of hits, and that's just inevitable when you're playing an elemental build, because you don't have burst damage, all your damage is over time. But I will upgrade my Taser here, and then I'm going to roll. Tyler is a good way to break trees. The Wand does 13 times 3 burning damage at level 1, whereas the Scared Sausage is 11 times 3, so the Wand is actually better. And longer range, so maybe I do want to pick up Wand. It's a level 1 Wand is obviously the worst possible version of the elemental damage applying item that we wanted, but I think it's still worth it, so I'm going to grab that and then roll. I will take the laser turret, but obviously we're taking another bag and a whetstone first. Basically, I want a long-range weapon that can set things on fire from far away and deal a decent amount of damage. With no knockback, the rib cages could be a little bit dangerous. They're always a bit tricky for the mage because you have very, very slow damage. The tasers do help by slowing them down, so hopefully that just keeps them off our back long enough for them to burn out. But I do need to boost my percentage damage enough to deal with these enemies pretty quickly, or we're going to run into trouble very fast. There is a loot alien over there. It's taking constant hits, so it did eventually die. Let's go ahead and try to break this tree so that we can get more stuff in the middle of the arena. And then I do want to go over here and break all of these trees over here. I love Explorer with Pocket Factory. I'm not a huge fan of the design of Explorer in general, but with Pocket Factory it's so much fun. We're going to recycle White Flag, but I will take the wheelbarrow. Padding, I don't think we need. We can recycle that, and we'll recycle another White Flag. Not the best finds possible. I could take 5 luck, but I think we can do better, so I'm going to roll here, and I do want attack speed quite badly. Obviously, negative 30 is bad, but honestly, move speed is even more important, especially going into this elite wave. We'll take the laser turret, the whetstone. Wheelbarrow is still going to be good. Lost Duck does cost me 1.3 elemental damage because of the mage. Actually, even more than that because I have the magic barriers. So these are increasing that by another 45%. So it's basically 2 elemental damage lost for 10 luck. But on the Explorer, I think that's still worth it. And we get a free reroll. Eye Surgery is great when you're a burning damage build, so we'll take that. And then Power Generator is exactly what we need to start offsetting our damage penalties. So hopefully we have the defensive stats to survive. We'll just have to run from tree to tree, sort of eating consumables as we go in order to stay alive against the elite. This is definitely one of the elites that's more dangerous for us, because it does chase you around and it charges at you. We don't quite have the move speed to stay entirely out of its charge range, but we should be able to stay on the opposite side of the arena from it, and mostly just play over there. And if we tank the occasional projectile, well, that's what all of these consumables on the ground are for. And because we have the Pocket Factory and Scared Sausage, Snake, etc. set up already going, we can just rely on that to actually kill enemies for us, rather than having to worry about where we are or what we're targeting with our weapons. So I'm just sort of floating around the edge of the arena. I do want to go into the middle here and break that cluster of trees. But we should be making a decent amount of money regardless. Snail I will take, even though it does cost me move speed and will cost me power generator damage, it's still going to be good. And community support, awesome. This is going to offset our attack speed penalty basically entirely. Take this. Plus enemy movement speed is a little bit dangerous, but takeout is still just really good. We're at minus 23% dodge, so even the 12% dodge is, we're just never going to get there. But I'll take bonus luck. And the power generator. Let's go ahead and keep leveling up our tasers, and then I will roll. Wheat costs me elemental damage, so we can't afford that, but the Shady Potion is great. And then Alloy gives me elemental damage at the cost of dodge, so we're definitely picking that up. We will take the Cute Monkey and the Toxic Sludge as well. Still could really use a Flamethrower. That would be probably the best thing we could find at this stage. Improved tools wouldn't be terrible, though we would need to increase our attack speed a lot to benefit from it. And the actual attacks of our constructs are still doing relevant damage, but not, most of it's still just from the fire, so I guess improved tools wouldn't be that incredible. Even if we boost our attack speed enough to make it, you know, not a penalty. Right now it would just be a penalty. More bags, of course, more luck, more fire-related things. If we could fill out our last two Scared Sausages, that would be awesome. Baby geckos would be great. We're actually doing an okay job of picking up materials, but we're still leaving a decent amount on the ground. Tentacle, we're never going to crit, even though we do have 10% crit chance. We're never killing enemies with crits, so I'm just going to recycle that. Oh, well, I was hoping for baby geckos, but we got even better. Honestly, this is like the most blessed run. We've gotten every item that we've asked for. And yeah, I'll take a little frog as well. I will pick up some max HP and then more elemental damage. Toxic Sludge I will take, and Cute Monkey I will take. I do want attack speed would be good, so small magazine is sort of worth considering, but I really just want to build more in the way of percent damage, so I don't want to take anything that reduces it. I'll level up the wand. That does increase our fire damage output, and then against the elite, I think the thing that matters the most is going to be... We're about to lose a lot of speed if I buy out this whole shop, but I think I will. It's still just all items that are good for me. And can't re-roll, and there's nothing here we want. Let's go to wave 14. I want to immediately break some trees so that I can heal back to full. My damage is really low, right? Yeah, I definitely cannot kill the elite, even if I focus fire on it. Our negative percent damage is still definitely hurting. I would like to increase that mostly with movement speed if possible, since we have the power generator now. This is, I would say, one of the easier elites we could have gotten. I mean, it's not the easiest possible, but it doesn't chase you very quickly, and the slashes are relatively easy to avoid. as long as you're not under a ton of pressure to dodge other things, which we aren't, thanks to our quite decent wave clear with the Pocket Factory and the fire. Really happy with the Sif's Relic just constantly giving us money. Let's recycle the white flag here. I'm going to take the coffee, even though I do want percentage damage. I also want attack speed. And then we'll take the ritual. Losing elemental damage, again, painful, but so important for this character. And here, I'm actually going to take elemental damage over percent damage and luck, because it also gives us armor, which is good. Let's roll here. Level 3 wand, so I could sell out of this wand and buy the higher level wand for more damage, and I think I will. Take the charcoal, roll again. Losing 2 elemental damage, but gaining 10 speed and 10 damage from the wings. I think that is worth it, so I'm going to buy the wings. And Bloody Hand could give us a ton of lifesteal. As well, we could buy Mouse. So let's go ahead and buy the Bloody Hand, then we'll be able to heal up pretty quickly, and that will get our percentage damage right back into the positives. We even got 20 materials off of our piggy bank there, so piggy bank has now officially paid for itself after I found it in that box. Obviously, those 20 materials are much worse than the 20 materials were that I could have had for selling it, because items are more expensive at this point, and when you buy stuff early, it's going to snowball into more income, etc., but always fun when the piggy bank pays for itself, and it's generally going to be worth picking up when you find it in a box, because you'll just make back your money and a tidy little profit on it, even if you just ignore that you have it. Just the sort of leftover materials after shopping is going to pay for itself. An easy sort of fallacy to get into with this game when you're looking at economy items is just take, and I do this all the time, of course, because it's an easy shorthand, is just take how much it cost and then subtract that from how much you got from it and decide whether it was worth it. But of course, when you spend that money, you're not spending it on something else, so you lose you have the opportunity cost of the other item you could have. You lose the snowball factor because you're not gaining more income. Which could, of course, happen if you had items that improve your income, if you roll into other items that help your wave clear or give you better economy options. And money in Brotato suffers from inflation, so the money becomes less and less valuable per wave since items go up in price. Definitely taking the schmoop here, and mushroom we're going to recycle. Potato, awesome find. Obviously, this is all stuff that we want. Let's roll here, and I'm just going to take the elemental damage, take the mouse and the bloody hand, and roll. And this is sadly not a chain gun build. It kind of is a baby with a beard build, though I'm going to take the dusty fedora first, because that's awesome. Baby with a beard can spread fire as well, so even though we aren't doing any damage with it, the fire that it spreads is going to be incredible. The chain gun would be really good just for the lifesteal, like we would heal very quickly off of it, but honestly I'm not that worried about our lifesteal, especially when we add the baby with a beard, which is going to help us with even more potential lifesteal. Or no, actually, the baby with the beard projectiles can't lifesteal, but the shots from our tasers are very likely to lifesteal, so we've got plenty of healing from that regardless. And at this point, our fire damage is good enough and spreading far enough across the battlefield that we're killing everything as it spawns, so we're at much less threat from enemies. I'm trying to avoid picking up too many of these consumables, but of course the Dusty Fedora is going to give us so much luck. I mean, obviously, it would be even better if we'd found it earlier, but the sheer number of trees on the field is going to result in so much luck that it's going to be awesome. I actually am going to take the boxing glove. It's pretty reasonable with tasers, just to keep you alive, prevent the rib cages from getting to you. We'll recycle that. Lifesteal is damage, so let's just pick up 2% lifesteal. I'll take the weird food and the baby with a beard. Diploma, I'm going to pass on. It doesn't give us anything that we need. Let's keep rolling. Silver Bullet I will take, and with Silver Bullet, as well as having increased my damage quite a lot, there's a chance we can kill the elite here. Ooh, a Flamethrower. So Flamethrower does 80 times 5, this does 89 times 5, but the Flamethrower applies much more often, so I'm just gonna sell the wand and buy the Flamethrower instead, and we'll lock the Dangerous Bunny. That will still be valuable, and we're gonna go fight this elite. Alright, where is the elite? I went exactly the wrong direction. So our Flamethrower attacks aren't doing that much, but the Taser attacks maybe have enough damage. For our plan of actually trying to kill an elite, this was one of the worst ones we could have gotten, because it runs away from you and also puts you under pressure to dodge at the same time. But it looks like our damage is good enough to take out the elite, provided that I can stay on top of it here. And we got it. Nice. Wasn't really expecting to get an elite kill on this run. I love the baby with the beard bounces and the fire. Everything is just on fire all the time, and all the trees are exploding into turrets. Just really awesome. You take more lifesteal here, of course, and more damage. Torture, we're going to recycle. Now that I actually am dealing a decent amount of damage, the crit chance is not horrible, so I'm going to pick that up. We do want some more HP. Our HP is pretty bad. Right now, we have almost no actual armor. We're only getting fake armor from the elemental damage, so the stone skin is bad. Let's roll here. Poisonous Tonic I will take. We'll take a turret. I'll take a garden, because that's also just 4 luck per wave. And then a medical turret we don't need. Let's roll, and we'll take a broken mouth as well. Alright, so now we've solved basically our only remaining problem and are back to full... to a reasonable HP total. Or are not back to, are up to a reasonable HP total, and so are no longer in danger of just being, like, 3-tapped by the bosses. Alongside our very high armor, we should be able to withstand, and very high lifesteal, we should be able to withstand and heal through most incoming effects. I always love how many trees there are spawning from this character in the late game. And with Dusty Fedora, it's just even more fun because the map is so huge and the sheer number of consumables you get is just so awesome. I'm going to take this just for 5 HP, and then I will recycle the little frog. We no longer need that, but we'll take this. Do we have the regeneration to support Weird Ghost? We're at exactly 10, so probably, but I'm just going to recycle it because it would be embarrassing to just die there. And then here, I'm going to take 4 armor. I'll definitely pick up the incendiary turret. I'm going to take the jetpack. Even though the dodge isn't helpful, the speed very much is. Let's upgrade our taser here. We don't need the little muscly dude when we actually have to buy it. Take the flamethrower. I will take the insanity as well, and I'm going to roll another magic barrier. Awesome. Minus crit chance is a little bit painful, but plus move speed and damage is really good, so we're going to buy the compass here. Really enjoy how fast we're getting. Bloody Hand is also just really fun for this kind of character as well, because Flamethrower is the best lifesteal item in the entire game. Secretly, Flamethrower is the best healing item in the entire game, because even with a tiny percentage of lifesteal, the Flamethrower just gets you back to full health immediately since it attacks so quickly. So even on builds that aren't elemental damage builds, if you need healing and roll into a Flamethrower, buy Flamethrower with like 5% lifesteal and all of your healing problems are solved immediately. Just a great item to keep in mind for even non-elemental damage builds because of just how powerful it is. Wolf Helmet, amazing find, obviously. Again, this run continues to be pretty blessed, so we're just going to continue to build elemental damage. We'll buy move speed. I'm going to lose some elemental damage to the wings just to buy more speed. And then here, I don't need to actually buy luck anymore. You know what? Let's get crit chance, because I think that's actually going to increase our damage more than anything else. And then I'm going to take 60 range, because we have this Flamethrower, and Flamethrower actually scales very well with range. Take the magic barrier, the compass. I don't need metal plate. I will roll here, and I will take the snake. Continue to upgrade tasers. Injection I'm going to pass on. I kind of want to get all my percentage damage from speed. So I'll take the toxic sludge here, and then roll again. And there we go, a leveled up Flamethrower. I think I am actually going to do like 10 levels of Endless because I'm enjoying this run so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the gold-plated teeth, lock the Flamethrower, buy the gentle alien, and go to Endless. Because it's not that often you get to take an elemental damage build into Endless and have it be good, I think. So we're going to give this a shot. We have everything we need, 4 magic barriers, tons of defensive stats. I guess we need some dodge going into Endless mode. And of course, I can't buy Tardigrade because I have the Bloody Hand, unfortunately. So that we're not going to go for like a deep Endless run. But we can definitely have fun with this going up to like level 30. One thing that is funny on Endless mode compared to normal mode, this always surprises me, I mean not surprises me, but it's an interesting choice, is that the Lampreys start spawning on wave 20 after you kill the 2 bosses, when you've clicked Endless mode. On normal mode, where you just stop at wave 20, there are no Lampreys ever on wave 20. So it's interesting that the wave is actually different depending on whether you've clicked Endless or not. I will take the metal plate here. Okay, well, we've got Flabort, so this gives us elemental damage for every attack speed we have, which currently is a negative, but we're going to gain attack speed at the end of the wave. So this is obviously a really severe downgrade when we select it, but it's going to improve our elemental damage massively as we level up. I will also take 10 elemental damage and then 2 more elemental damage. Buy a coupon. We're going to buy a Flamethrower here. Get the level 4 Flamethrower, and then roll. I'm going to continue to upgrade my tasers, rebuy the speed that I just lost, buy the wolf helmet, and roll again. Fairy is a unique, so we're going to pull that out of the pool. We'll buy Clover. Even though it cost me 4% damage, it's still just good to buy this luck, and we will want to build dodge now that we're going into Endless mode, and we can buy an explosive turret as well. Just gonna drink some water and then jump to the next wave. If I find like a nuke launcher or something, I'll still obviously take that, but our weapon set is pretty good for what we're doing right now. Our Flamethrower actually crits for 10 damage. Flamethrower normally never does more than 2, so the fact that it's critting for 10 is pretty sweet. I would love to get some more trees. Just the item tree would be really helpful here. We actually have decent crit chance, so we could benefit from hunting trophy. That's how you typically make money in Endless mode. Obviously less so for this build, but still a pretty reasonable way. This build is just going to make most of its money through crates. I can't remember if we have a recycling machine yet. Also, obviously, if we don't, then we definitely want to roll into that. Bat gives us lifesteal. We don't really care about losing harvesting. Grinds magical leaf, obviously awesome. Okay, it looks like we do not have a recycling machine. Yeah, I'll take more crit chance. Lose 1 armor of our 82. Losing 8 crit chance here for a bunch of defensive stats, but I think that's still worth it. There's the recycling machine. Move speed, yes. Damage, yes. Recycle this, and here's... no, I have to start building attack speed because we've got the Flabort, so attack speed is really important. Gonna buy out this whole shop. Roll again, and we'll take a dangerous bunny. Roll, or buy the taser, then roll. Strange Book is a unique, so I'm just going to pull it out of the pool, even though it doesn't do anything for us, because we can't gain engineering since we're the mage. And then I will roll one more time to see if there's anything else here that we want, and go to wave 22. We're going to end up with just maximum chaos from fire, as the sheer number of trees that are spawning. We're also... I don't believe you can ever get to 100% crate drop rate, because there's just like an independent chance of them not dropping a crate that scales as you continue on in the wave. But we definitely have a very high... that wasn't really English, but the chance of dropping a crate decreases the deeper you go into endless mode. Once you enter endless mode, the odds actually change for crate drops, and it decreases based on the number of the wave. So you can never reach 100% crate drop. I'm going to take a turret here. Wisdom is a unique, so while it's not an amazing item typically, we're going to pick it up to pull it out of the shop. I don't really need to buy armor, but so I'll just recycle it. And then losing 8 luck. Normally we wouldn't do this on the Explorer, but of course, speed and lifesteal both very good. Extra stomach, amazing find, critical item for endless mode. Very happy to see that. And we'll buy the luck here. More damage. And then I'm actually going to start building dodge as well. We will want to reach dodge cap eventually. Although I guess... oh, nice. We got an ugly tooth, another unique item. And practical research is just minus 20% damage to pull a unique out of the pool. I think I'm just going to roll past it. Take the sunglasses here to boost my crit chance. Almost up to 100%. So we'll do that. We'll buy the bat as well, so I can boost my lifesteal even further. Luck is still worth picking up, so I'm definitely going to. And then let's buy a taser, buy an energy bracelet. Normally elemental damage and crit chance don't work together very well, but for this build they do. And alien eyes, great item for endless mode. Also still fine with the mage, because we don't have... This scales off our HP and not any of the damage types that we aren't able to use. Do I take a weird ghost here? I guess I do. It's going to boost my HP, and we're buying alien eyes to help clear the wave. And we now have the regeneration to survive it, even through our bloody hand. It is going to cost me like 3 or 4 luck, unless I can avoid picking up consumables, which I'm trying to do. Since we won't be at full health for any consumables I pick up for the early parts of the wave, but we were able to avoid losing too much Dusty Fedora luck to the weird ghost, and got 3 relatively efficient HP out of it. Alongside our extra stomach and our grinds magical leaf and stuff, we should be gaining a pretty decent amount of HP per wave as well, so that will scale our alien eyes and so on. So this build, surprisingly, despite being an elemental build with the mage that cannot use the normal endless mode, the normal culprits for clear speed on endless mode, like Baby with a Beard isn't doing anything, we're actually going to have pretty good clear speed as we continue to level up. Take the move speed here. I definitely do want piercing shots. I will recycle the wheelbarrow. We'll take the fin again. Broken mouth I will pick up. Missile, I don't want to lose attack speed, and our percent damage is fine. I'm actually just going to recycle that, and we'll take more crit chance. Just try to boost up to 100% pretty quickly. Potato Thrower, again, this could actually be a reasonable pick for us. Right now it does 60 damage, but as your HP scales, eventually this becomes the best weapon in Endless Mode. We're not going to get to that point on this run, though. I just don't have the time, but it is worth mentioning. Hunting Trophy, awesome find. That's going to keep our economy rolling. And do I take the Crisper? This is a ton of bonus damage. Yeah, let's take that. I'll do a reroll here. Jeff's Shades, we can continuously gain attack speed, but at the cost of more damage per second. Normally you'd avoid this on Endless Mode, but for this character, we're going to take it. And then I actually do want the range as well. Boosting range is pretty powerful, and it's going to give me a free reroll. Rerolls are going to get very expensive, so a free reroll is very useful. 2 of the same elite, always fun to see. The easiest way for us to kill elites will be if we find Giant's Belt as well. That'll help us kill elites later on. As you can see, we're already gaining a little bit of money from the Hunting Trophy. Not a ton, but because a lot of enemies are still just dying to the fire. But every little bit counts, especially on Endless, where your income is going to start falling off pretty rapidly if you don't have hunting trophies, because enemies' chances of dropping materials, similar to their chance of dropping crates, decreases every wave. Garden, we will definitely take. Bait, I will take. Book, it's a unique item. We don't have one yet for Fairy, so I'm going to pick that up just for the regeneration. Banner costs me lifesteal, so we're not doing that. I will take damage. I'll take the mouse. Another Grinds Magical Leaf. Awesome. Octopus, we are trying to build crit chance, but this is just a good enough item that we're going to take that. We'll take that. We'll take this. And then here, do I want to start building dodge, boost my crit chance even further for our hunting trophy, build lifesteal for damage? I think I actually do just want to start building more dodge, so I'm going to pick that up. We'll buy all of these items and then roll. Upgrade our Taser, buy a fuel tank, and then roll. Do I want any of these items? I think we can start passing on stuff like Warrior Helmet now. Our HP is going to scale without having to spend money on it, so I'm just going to roll here. And then I will still buy stuff like Whetstone. For 37, I'm going to reroll, because rerolls are really valuable. And we'll take a Silver Bullet as well. Silver Bullet becomes a very key item as well in Endless Mode, because what actually kills you is the elites. So the faster you can kill them, the better. I'm really enjoying how fast we're still clearing the waves here. Not normal for a mage build, but we've just ended up with so much damage that we're still rapidly clearing these waves. And the Pocket Factory Lumberjack shirt combo, as always, is super fun. Only made 1100 that wave. Alright, another item that's awesome for Endless Mode. Vigilante Ring to just continuously boost our stats. Blood Leech for more lifesteal. We don't care about losing Harvesting. Pumpkin is great. We have minus 20% piercing damage, so we definitely want that. Take the Eye Surgery. And I'm going to recycle the muscly dude here. I'd rather have the 120 materials. Again, I don't want to spend money on buying max HP, because we're just going to build that naturally. White Flag costing me enemies is bad, but you always want to take uniques out of the pool where possible in Endless Mode. And then Missile, let's just go ahead and recycle that again. Move Speed or Armor, Engineering, or Roll. I'm just going to take the Move Speed here. Candle, again, costing me enemies on the field is painful, but it does give us 4 elemental damage, which is pretty nice. Let's upgrade the Taser. Buy the laser turret and the pumpkin. Roll again. Gecko is a limited item. Obviously, it doesn't do anything except for the range, which actually is relevant. Toxic Sludge we will buy, and I'm going to roll here. I'm going to pick up the glasses as well. I actually think I want to start hard boosting range with this character. Just to set things on fire before they get too close to me. And it's really good with the piercing shot from the... Well, with our natural piercing shots, but also the piercing shots from the Flamethrower. The hunting trophy will get much better if we roll into an item like nuke launcher. The chain gun that we passed would have been a good way to heal off of lifesteal, but that at the time wasn't a concern, and I really wanted to focus on the elemental damage. And I'm definitely not regretting having passed it at this point. We're much better off with this item set than if we had a chain gun. We'll eventually want to get out of these tasers, but we don't need to yet. Take this, it gives me a regen, and also, again, if we find nuke launcher, that's what we're going to look for. Damage and range, but the stats we lose are too painful. We'll take this. Medical turret, we don't really need. Baby elephant is a great way to wave clear. As you can see, our damage from luck is amazing. So we're going to take that. More crit chance, and let's roll here. Yeah, I'll take 45 range. Drill, again, I don't think is going to do anything because we just won't actually attack with it ever. It's 177 range, and we're just not going to hit enemies with it. It does do, yeah, and it only does 36 damage, so we're never going to get kills with it. So, not the legendary that we wanted to find, even if it is a really good one. I'll take this, this, and then roll. Losing, I'll take the landmines to blow up trees. Losing elemental damage, but 4 lifesteal on the butterfly does give me percentage damage and a regen. I think I'm going to roll past it. Take the turret here. Roll again. Tentacle, it's a limited item, so we want to pull that out of the pool. We'll take another landmines as well and roll again. And then I will spend 6 luck on the Terrified Onion at this point as well. We're so fast, which is also awesome. I will eventually cap my move speed if we find the shackles, but for now, we're just continuously rocketing around the field. It is going to make it a little bit hard to dodge when we actually get to an elite wave. The lure, of course, has spawned like 8 loot aliens. All of them are generating crates for us, because lure is affected by number of enemy spawns, which is increased. Not as much as it could be. We haven't actually found that many. Like our enemy spawns is... what's it at? 6 plus 66%, which is still a lot, but we haven't actually found that many gentle aliens and stuff. I'm gonna take a few of these items. Let's recycle this. We'll take this because it's limited. Take this, this, and we do have the regeneration for that, so I'll take it. Take this and recycle this. I actually do want to build dodge, so we're doing that, and then we're recycling here. We're going to continue to build our attack speed, and gecko, sludge, another tree, that's great. More trees is good for us. Take the explosion size in case we do find a nuke launcher before the end of the game, and I'm going to roll here. We'll take a turret, spicy sauce, boiling water, rolling again. I'm just buying all the elemental damage because we have these 4 magic barriers, so it's giving me a ton of other stats as well. Let's buy a Tyler, another weird ghost, combine, and buy a taser. Roll again. Okay, we'll lock a level 4 flamethrower, and in the meantime, I'm also going to lock this gambling token so we can build dodge. But I will still buy the alloy for crit chance and elemental damage. I do need to be careful because we only have 1 HP to start with, so I need to heal up before I fight these elites. Luckily, our armor is super high, so even if I tank a random hit, we're not in danger of dying yet. it's not till much later in endless mode that enemies will start overcoming our 100 armor in a single shot. Everything spawning and dying immediately. Thanks to the baby elephants is what's actually clearing the waves right now. I imagine we're not making that much money off the hunting trophies, because normally what would be happening is the baby with a beard shot would be critting and killing enemies, giving us even more hunting trophy money. But that's not happening because we can't have any ranged damage. Let's do a bunch of purchasing. Basically buying things a little bit at random, but just based on what I think we need. And let's definitely recycle, buy another flamethrower. I will just go to all flamethrowers if I am given the opportunity. We'll take this. I will roll here. I'm going to take this. Tardigrade doesn't do anything for us, but these two do. Roll again, and I'm going to roll one more time. We're now at the point where we also just have a lot of natural constructs. Like, we've just got a lot of constructs on the field. Also, if I do find improved tools, we'll be spawning a ton of consumables from our gardens and a ton of landmines from the 2 landmines that I picked up, which is why I grabbed those, because those can spread fire, break trees very easily. So if we find improved tools, we would end up with even more landmine spawning. Since I've boosted my attack speed to wildly high levels from the plus 10% attack speed per wave item. Eventually we'll reach the point where the game simply cannot handle the number of turrets on the field. And it'll crash. Sure. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, why not? Take all of those, and then I'm gonna buy some move speed. Buy all of these and roll. I'm gonna take the bait here. We'll take this, and then I'm gonna roll. Take this, and roll. Rolling one more time. I don't want a level 2 flamethrower particularly. I want higher level flamethrowers. Although I really do need elemental weapons that can actually kill things with critical hits, so that's what I would focus on. And we have defeated the elites there without even having a giant belt or anything along those lines. We are at maximum chaos on the field. So I'm going to call it after this wave because, you know, I want to leave this on a good note rather than get to the sort of endless grind where you end up rolling a lot for the same, like, 5 items over and over again. Because this has been a blast to play, and really enjoying how much fire there is on the map and how many turrets. We also ended up with thousands of luck by the end of the game, and we're getting like 20 crates per wave, which of course is awesome. Yep, so we'll take all this stuff. Sure, why not? I'm just going to accept all of these items, not that one though. We would take that, we'll take this, we'll take this, and that is wave 30. Alright, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this run. Obviously, we could keep it going for quite some time, especially if we roll into Giant's Belt before we fight, like, the later on elites in order to kill them more quickly with critical hits. And also, especially if we roll into Dodge. This wouldn't go to, like, super deep endless mode because we have damage per second items, so we can't use tardigrades. We would eventually run into enemies that would just kill us, but this run would be well set up to do another like 10, maybe even 20 more levels. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, definitely feel free to leave a comment and like the video. Helps me out. Actually, let's take a look at our economy items before you do that. Or, you know what? Drop a like now, and then we'll look at our economy items. Go ahead and do that. We've done 86,000 damage with the Scared Sausages, significantly less than you might expect, because we bought the wand fairly early. 500 healing from the Cute Monkey, 5,800 material gained from the 3 bags. So like I said, bags were thousands of materials for the Explorer. The early crown was pretty good, gave us 190 harvesting. 500,000 damage from the baby elephant. And let's see, what else did we do? The Cyber Balls, 800,000 damage, even better than the elephants, because enemies only drop materials 50% of the time, so the elephants are nerfed for this character. The magic barriers were giving us 28 armor times 4, so a huge pile of armor coming from the magic barriers, which is awesome. The piggy bank ended up giving us 127 materials, so definitely paid for itself and made us a little bit of money. What else did we have here? Dusty Fedora gave us, obviously, like 1,000 luck, something along those lines. And we ended up with 3 silver bullets as well, which is part of why we were clearing those enemies so quickly. Gold-plated teeth was worth a ton of money, as it always is, since it's a broken item. 80 money gained. Oh yeah, 280 from the hunting trophy. So it wasn't amazing, but it was paying for itself. And that's just about it. All right, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, hit the like button, leave a comment. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy games. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.